Jesus Freak here, and I guess you could call this an ancient and gradually evolving case of eisegesis in the Old Testament tradition. Now, there's several verses in Exodus 21 and 22. For example, (21:6), where it says, "His master shall bring him unto the judges, he shall also bring him to the door," etc. Or, for example, 22:28 almost gets this right, and it uses the same reading that the Septuagint and Vulgate have, but it offers judges as an alternate reading. It says, "Thou shalt not revile the judges," or actually it says, "Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of thy people," with a note saying gods could be judges. Now, with my explanation here, you should be able to figure out what happened. The Exodus 21 example, here's how it reads in the RSV, the beginning of 21. 6 says, "And his master shall bring him to God," etc., etc., etc. And in 22, again, looking at 22:28, it says, "You shall not revile God, nor curse the ruler of your people." And tell you what happened. The first mistake they made in ancient Israel was to treat Elohim as plural. Because obviously, it's not. The Lord is our God, the Lord alone. But later on, they seem to apply the word first to the heavenly host. Hence, as an example that gets quoted in Hebrews, we have Psalm 8:5, I believe it is. It's 8:4, 8:5. 8:5. I'm going to quote from 4. It says, "What is man that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man that thou visitest him? For thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with glory and honor." And that's actually what the Greek translation says. Hence the quote in Hebrews. But, the original reading, and I've seen Jerome's translation from Hebrew also followed this route. It says, "What is man that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man that thou dost care for him? Yet thou hast made him little less than God, and dost crown him with glory and honor." You see, they interpreted Elohim to be something less than what it really is. God! And you first get it referring to the angelic hosts. You have it then referring to human judges. stuff, I guess it was originally trial by ordeal or trial by Urim and Thummim, became a matter for secular authorities. Surprise, surprise. Because, humans are humans and always be humans. Of course, God had like a ton of contingency plans for the Israelites screwing up his teachings time after time after time. And of course, every single one of his contingency plans they reject eventually. But they'll go back, and try to say, oh, this doesn't say what it clearly says. And we get these traditions of men that stand in opposition to the clear word. Now, the reading the God, revile the gods, that's a pretty old one. The Septuagint has it. The Vulgate has it. And I tend to think, it's old, it's still eisegetical. We all know, there's only one God. So there can't be gods, because that would imply there's more than one of them. There's only one. So there's no gods to revile, there's only one God. And in fact, anything else that would be called a god should be reviled. But, humans do what humans do. Jesus freak out.